Hello, welcome to Elgin, Texas. This is a 800 square foot house that I had helped my brother-in-law renovate probably about 8 years ago. So 2016, 2017, and had water damage from a washing machine that had leaked. Now in here, this is the spare bath. So here in the spare bath, had a washing machine stacked, washer and dryer stacked right here, leaked, and this went on for maybe 4 months before I had seen what had happened. So pier and beam house, and in that original renovation, we had gone in and done a lot. This wall right here was the only wall that had plumbing on it. This was the original kitchen. And then this was the one and only bathroom right here. Now with the renovation, what my brother-in-law did, moved the kitchen out here, very nice, kind of dining area. And then living space here, took the roof up, so pretty neat to make it look like more space in here. Currently have the dishwasher, the range, and the refrigerator in the living room. And then that was where put a TV on this wall here with that plug, got a couple of speakers installed. And then if you look back over here, now this is where the original roof line, or where the original ceiling was, and then you can see where raised it up to make it feel more open, and then on in here into the master bedroom. And what had been taken out in here the first time around was there had been, the kitchen in the back corner was kind of messed up. The original bathroom here had leaked a couple times. And then over here, there was a closet where the HVAC unit was that leaked. And then on this wall over here, there used to be a window here, and that window had a window unit that leaked. And there were some places you could see from the inside of the house almost to the siding that was on the outside of the house. Now, when we did the renovation, we stripped it down to the studs, stripped it all the way down to the studs, and on the flooring, did 3/4 inch and then 1/2 inch on top. So when you look at this here, what's gonna happen is we've got 3/4 inch on the bottom, 1/2 inch on top, and when we went to do the tear out this time around, we left the 3/4 lip, and then you have the 1/2 inch on top there, you can see in a couple different places. The issue that we're going to be running into here on this, when I say we, I mean my dad and I are working on this renovation, is when I get this 1/2 inch in here, what's happening is now the 1/2 inch is going to ride on top of what's there already. So my option is to fill in things like this to bring it up to 3/4, and then put the 1/2 inch on top, and then perhaps fill this in with floor leveler. So the floor leveler that was used in the past here is going to look like this right here. So that's some floor leveler that was used in the past. And then this over here was also another piece of floor leveler that was used. But one of the problems I'm having here, let me go over here and look. One of the issues that I'm running into is there's some places where, like this piece, for example, this is the new 3/4, this is new 3/4, this is existing 3/4 on top of 1/2, and this is almost flush right here. So almost flush. So it's kind of like, do I take this down with a bandsaw? Also have access to a planer as well. So could do bandsaw with 32 grit, whatever it is, and then put kind of on top. And then if we go over here, we can kind of see the worst of the worst. This is what the stuff looks like that we tore out. So the stuff that we tore out, that's what the water damage looked like. So you have brand new 3/4, existing. Now this could have been with the original house, as in like my brother-in-law and I, we did not swap out this piece right here, which is actually compressed down to about 5/8 is what this has turned into. Or maybe it was 5/8 from the get-go, and then the 1/2 inch on top. So my options I'm gonna have to be figuring out here are, do I put the leveler in to bring this up to this, and then what does it look like when you put 1/2 inch on top? So let's take a look. So here is trusty 1/2 inch scrap. So if I have that guy running straight across, it feels pretty, like this is doable. I could run the bandsaw along that right there, so that's doable. So at least in this room right here, on this edge, I'm gonna be good putting the leveler on here, or taking this edge down a little bit here. So run the band sander on here, so then this will even fit, so this 1/2 inch will fit even more flush. So it could ride up and then bandsaw it, or, so this could ride up and bandsaw it, and band sand it, or take this, bandsaw this, and then the 1/2 inch should butt up against here. I am very much looking forward to active conversation in the comments. I do plan to be monitoring this video to see what I can see, because this is my hope to be back here in 2 weeks and to do a little bit more work on this project. Thanks for watching.